Welcome back, guys. This time on True North Outdoors TV, we're heading to Chatham, Ontario for the 19th annual RetroFest. It also happens to be RM Restoration's 40th anniversary as well. Stay tuned.
My name's Steve Meehan. On my 1973 Barracuda, the Barracuda Special, 340 small block in it. Stroked it out to a 416. Got a little bit of fun to play with. Whole car's been redone. It was rotisserie. Stock rad turned into a 4-core rad. Just went through the whole car, every nut and bolt taken out and replaced. Fun job, took about 10 years. Still do little things here and there on it. The odd thing here and there to touch up, but mostly done. Bought the car about 10 years ago. Took it apart, started playing with it all through the years. 3 or 4 times, stripped her down through the last 10 years and kept adding new things to it. I wanted to keep it as stock looking as possible, so I kept the original badging on it.
Okay, this car is a 1983 Camaro Z28. It's an aftermarket production car. This kind of replaced the Corvette. They did not make a Corvette that year, so this is what they made, and this is the car that was made out of Detroit. Anyways, they came up with 95 of these production cars, and they're all made by hand. And it was actually a regular car, but they went and chopped the roof off of it, and they put cross members on the bottom of it to make it into a convertible. And in the 80s, there was no convertibles. This is what they made up. It has a crossfire fuel injection engine. That's a Corvette engine that's in this thing. And the car was painted by Joe Ersnick. He's a friend of mine in London. I'm from London, Ontario. And he did a beautiful job. I wanted to come out with something a little bit different. And he said, well, two-tone for the car would be a really good make for, make it stand out. The wheels are all from Detroit, California seats.
My name is Castle Piella, and this is my 1966 International Scout 800. It's been slightly modified from stock. It's got 42-inch tall tires on it with a 6-inch lift. It's all Chevy 1-ton running gear in her. Chevy motor, 350. It's been bored out to 355. Buddy of mine, Bruce Towsley, helped me build it. And this is my first summer out with it. I did a bare metal finish on it. Easy to take care of, and I don't care if it's going to get scratched or not. Inside's pretty much stock. I did convert it to an automatic so my kids can drive it. Put some seat belts in there. It didn't come with seat belts, but we put some lap belts in. It's taken a couple years to get it to this point, but I'm pretty happy with it so far.
Hi, my name's Steve Pierce. I'm from Glen Williams, Ontario, and this is my 87 Grand National, which I purchased brand new, and I've had it ever since. Basically stock, a few chrome add-ons, but nothing performance-wise. 2 of my children came home from the hospital in it, which is pretty special. Pretty nice to be one owner and have a car for 32 years. So we very much enjoy it. Everything works. Cruise, air conditioning, everything. So it's a nice car to take out. Got T-tops. Nice riding car, and enjoy it very, very much. It still has the original phone that I put in 1988, which at that time was a $1,500 phone to add into the car. But it worked and used for several years, analog, so now it doesn't work, but it actually turns on still though, so, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, this is my car, my baby. It's a 1979 Special Edition Pontiac Trans Am. I've owned it since new. I bought it on April 3rd, 1979. Basically has all the different options, air conditioning. This is an automatic, so it's got a 403 Oldsmobile engine, or the 6.6 liter. I had it restored back in got it back in 2008 in May. Completely redone, paint, interior, everything was redone. So it's got four-wheel disc brakes, air conditioning, as I said, and that's pretty well it. But yeah, so I've owned it for 40 years and 2 months. It's got just getting up to 97,000 original kilometers. And it was done by a gentleman here in Chatham. Ray Willett restored it, so did a great job. If I had the if I had $1 for every time somebody commented on the paint job, I would have paid for the restoration.
Name is Bruce McCumber. Live in Corunna, just south of Sarnia. Got the car from Leoma, Tennessee, 12 years ago. And started from scratch, basically, rotisserie, the whole 9 yards. Every nut, bolt, and screw has been out of it. 572 Hemi, built by Tim Banning for Hemis only. Great bunch there. Another shout out to Dave and John at Roseville Moparts. Probably 98% of the stuff that came for the car, I purchased for the car, came from Roseville. I pretty much assembled the car myself, everything but the paint. The paint's done by a good friend of mine, Richie Palmer, from Arboreto Road there, just a little bit close to Forest, Ontario. It's all new trim, glass, Dana 60, 18 spline, 4-speed. The engine puts out about 700 horse, 700 foot-pounds of torque. Runs on pump gas. Took me 12 years. I had to stay married. So my wife is also into it, but she has a little 69 original D100 truck there. So we just kind of go to shows together and enjoy yourself, talk to a lot of people. And
1968 Gmc Pickup. Had it for about 10 years. Almost a full body restoration. Not top notch, but pretty good quality. It's got a 350 motor in it. Bored over 60, full roller rockers, roller cam, dual stainless exhaust front to back, 8-foot box step side, I guess you can call it. New interior mods, nothing too crazy. Really nice driver. You know, bring it out, show it off a little bit when the weather's nice anyway. Try to enjoy as much as we can. Aftermarket wheels put on it. Tires on it are actually about 25 years old, believe it or not. Rims probably 3 or 4 years old, upgraded from the original stock steel wheels. Gas tank's been relocated. Used to be in behind the seat. That was all shaved off and cleaned up. We relocated into the back of the box. Custom gas tank, stainless steel. Still leaves me quite a bit of room, not that I use it to haul anything really, other than myself and maybe a couple lawn chairs and stuff like that, but gets us where we want to go. Like I said, nice little sleeper, but she's got a few ponies under the hood. Hasn't been dyno tested or anything. Does have a 4-speed now in it. Used to have a 3-speed on the column, but those old 3-speeds that are connected back to a 6-cylinder don't usually fare too well behind a V8.
So this is a 1990 Land Rover Defender 110, which refers to the wheelbase of it. It's the longer of the two versions. It's got a, this particular one's got a diesel engine in it, turbo diesel, and it was a radio truck. It was based in Germany with the British Army on the Rhine, and saw service from 92 to 2004. It was used on convoys in Kosovo, and it was used in the first Gulf War with the 207 Signal Squadron. I got it directly from the British Army in 2012, and I've had fun with it ever since. It's I didn't get the radios with it, but I've got a few of the man pack and the portable radios, just so people can get an idea of what it was like to carry around a 50-pound radio in the day. And had a lot of fun with it, taking it off-road a bit. It's nice that you can go to ex-military shows with it, or you can just take it on the off-road Land Rover courses.
Okay, you go.
1955 Chevy pickup truck my husband built for me. 4 years to build it, from the frame up. Built the frame as well. And he restored this bike in the back as well. And I helped him pick out the color, that's about it. He did the rest of it.
We matched the interior to the outside and kept it pretty much stock, but we matched all the colors. 55 colors.
11 o'clock, so get down here to the Sears patio, pick up some kettle corn, I can smell it right from my boots.
The rest of the truck we changed a lot of the firewall on it and hit all the wiring and stuff. And we changed this here a little bit, but I wanted to keep the old colors and everything else and keep it look like an old truck. Oh. A lot of it was done in the shop. We have in Stevensville, Ontario. So the wheels were built by Boyd Coddington in California. My brother worked in California for Boyd Coddington for 5-6 years. He built the wheels. He had them custom made for the truck in California. Other than that, that's about it. So.
And it's Richard and Shirley Ford.